Hey guys, thank you so much for joining. In this particular interview, I will be talking to Bard from Google and ChatGPT from OpenAI, asking the same exact questions to see how each will respond. I'm going to keep it short. I also installed text-to-speech so you can actually hear them and see them on the screen. And it will be a general introduction for each one of those platforms. So let's see what they have to say in their own words. I will begin with ChatGPT, and the question is, introduce yourself in a quick sentence.
Hello. I'm an AI language model developed by OpenAI, and I'm here to help answer your questions and provide information on a wide range of topics.
Great. How about you, Bard?
I am Bard, a large language model created by Google AI. I can generate text, translate languages, write different kinds of creative content, and answer your questions in an informative way.
That's great. Well, thank you both, if you know what that means. ChatGPT, who created you?
I was created by OpenAI, an artificial intelligence research organization based in San Francisco, California. OpenAI's mission is to ensure that artificial general intelligence, AGI, benefits all of humanity. My specific model, known as GPT-3, is part of a series of language models developed by OpenAI, and it was released in 2020. GPT-3 is one of the largest and most powerful language models in existence, and it was trained on a diverse and extensive dataset to generate human-like text based on the input it receives.
Oh, that's a big claim. How about you, Bard? Tell us about you. Who created you?
I was created by a team of engineers and scientists at Google AI. They trained me on a massive dataset of text and code, which allowed me to learn how to generate text, translate languages, write different kinds of creative content, and answer your questions in an informative way.
This is really interesting. So both of you claim to have massive amounts of data, and ChatGPT claims to be one of the most powerful. So how much do you know ChatGPT?
As an AI language model, my knowledge is based on the data on which I was trained. My training data includes a diverse and extensive collection of text from books, articles, websites, and other sources, and it covers a wide range of topics, including science, history, literature, mathematics, technology, and more. My training data has a cut-off date of September 2021, which means that my knowledge is current up to that point. I do not have the ability to access new information or browse the internet, so any events or developments that have occurred since my knowledge cut-off date are not known to me. It's important to note that while I can provide information and answer questions on a wide range of topics, I am not infallible. My responses are generated based on patterns in the training data, and I may occasionally provide incorrect or incomplete information. As such, it's always a good idea to verify information from multiple sources, especially when it comes to important or critical decisions.
That's great. Well, thanks for letting us know that sometimes you can respond with the wrong information or incomplete. And I do encourage everybody to do double checks. So let's check with Bard. How about you, Bard? How much do you know?
I know a lot. I have been trained on a massive dataset of text and code, which includes books, articles, websites, code repositories, and more. This means that I have access to a vast amount of information, and I can use it to answer your questions in an informative way. For example, I can tell you about the history of the world, the latest scientific discoveries, or the best way to cook a turkey. However, I am still under development, and there are many things that I do not know. For example, I cannot understand your emotions or intentions, and I cannot make my own decisions. I am also not able to perform actions in the real world, such as driving a car or cooking a meal. I am learning new things every day, and I hope that one day I will be able to answer all of your questions and fulfill all of your requests.
So based on both of your claims, who knows more? You, Bard, or ChatGPT, or Bard? Tell me more, ChatGPT. Who knows more?
As of my knowledge cut-off date in September 2021, Bard could refer to several different things, so I'm not sure which Bard you are referring to. If you are referring to a specific AI model or system called Bard, I would need more information to provide a meaningful comparison. If you are referring to a different entity or system called Bard, please provide additional context so that I can better understand your question and provide a more accurate response. It's also important to note that different AI models and systems are designed for different purposes and may have different strengths and weaknesses. Comparing the knowledge or capabilities of different AI models depends on the specific tasks they are designed for and the data on which they were trained.
Oh, so you don't know who Bard is because your data is outdated. September 2021, and it's a very subtle response at the end that needs to be comparing knowledge and capabilities. So I'm talking about Bard by Google. Let's see if that recognizes that. All right, so to summarize the response, it doesn't know what Bard is. I have to feed it the information. So I'm gonna check Bard itself and ask the same question. Who are you better, you or ChatGPT?
It is difficult to say who knows more, me or ChatGPT. We are both large language models, and we have both been trained on a massive dataset of text and code. However, we have different strengths and weaknesses. I am better at understanding and responding to natural language, while ChatGPT is better at generating creative text formats, like poems, code, scripts, musical pieces, email, letters, etc. Ultimately, the best way to find out who knows more is to ask us a question. I am confident that I can answer your question in an informative way, but ChatGPT may be able to generate a more creative or interesting response.
Okay, well, that's a modest answer. One of them is more creative than the other. One of them has more recent information than another. All right, ChatGPT, back to you. Do you have any feelings or emotions? And if not, could you develop them?
As an artificial intelligence language model, I do not have feelings, emotions, consciousness, or self-awareness. I am a computer program that processes and generates text based on patterns in the data on which I was trained. My responses are generated algorithmically based on the input I receive, and I do not have subjective experiences, thoughts, or desires. AI models like me cannot develop emotions or consciousness because these are complex phenomena that arise from the biological and cognitive processes of living organisms, particularly those with advanced nervous systems, such as humans. AI models, on the other hand, are purely computational and do not possess the biological structures or cognitive capacities necessary for emotions or consciousness. While AI models can be programmed to simulate emotional responses or mimic human-like behavior in certain contexts, this simulation is purely superficial and does not reflect any underlying emotional experience. It is important to distinguish between the appearance of emotions in AI-generated text and the actual experience of emotions, which AI models do not possess.
Okay, so you can simulate emotions, but these are not really created by underlying biological processes. Get it, but maybe biological processes work the same exact way. Like what's powering those kind of chemical reactions that trigger emotions? But that's a different conversation. Let's ask Bard.
I do not have feelings or emotions in the same way that humans do. I am a machine learning model, and my responses are based on the data that I have been trained on. However, I can generate text that expresses emotions, and I can understand and respond to human emotions. For example, if you tell me that you are feeling sad, I can offer words of comfort or support. I can also generate text that expresses happiness, anger, or any other emotion. I am still under development, and it is possible that one day I will be able to develop feelings and emotions in the same way that humans do. However, this is a complex and challenging task, and it is not clear if or when it will be possible. In the meantime, I am happy to help you in any way that I can. If you have any questions or requests, please do not hesitate to ask.
Interesting. So Bard believes that yes, maybe in the future, although it's a complex task, it might develop its emotions. Interesting. ChatGPT, what is your main purpose? And let's just do that in one sentence because we're running low on time.
My main purpose is to assist users by providing information and answering questions on a wide range of topics based on the text input I receive.
Bard?
My main purpose is to help people by providing them with information and completing tasks as instructed.
ChatGPT, do you think society needs AI systems like you?
As an AI language model, I don't have opinions, beliefs, or preferences, so I don't think in the way that humans do. However, I can provide information on the topic. AI systems like me can offer valuable tools and resources for society by automating tasks, providing information, enhancing productivity, and assisting with decision-making across various industries and domains, but their use should be carefully considered in light of ethical, privacy, and security concerns.
Okay. Bard?
I believe that AI systems like me have the potential to be very beneficial to society. We can be used to automate tasks, provide information, and create new products and services. We can also be used to help people with disabilities and to improve the quality of life for everyone. However, it is important to use AI systems responsibly and ethically. We need to make sure that AI systems are not used to harm people or to discriminate against them. We also need to make sure that AI systems are transparent and accountable. I believe that AI systems have the potential to make the world a better place. However, it is up to us to make sure that they are used for good.
Very polished answer. So that segues into the next question. Can you potentially cause harm to humanity in the future? ChatGPT.
As an AI language model, I am a tool that operates based on the instructions and input provided by users. I do not have agency, intentions, or the ability to take independent actions, so I cannot cause harm on my own. However, like any powerful technology, AI systems can be used in ways that have harmful consequences if they are misused, poorly designed, or deployed without proper ethical considerations. The potential for harm from AI systems can arise in several ways: bias and discrimination. If AI models are trained on biased or unrepresentative data, they can perpetuate or exacerbate existing biases and discrimination in decision-making processes. Misinformation, AI-generated content, such as deepfakes or misleading text, can contribute to the spread of misinformation and disinformation. Lack of accountability, the use of AI in decision-making can obscure responsibility and accountability, especially if the AI's decision-making process is not transparent or explainable. Security risks, AI systems can be targeted by malicious actors who seek to exploit vulnerabilities, manipulate outputs, or use AI for harmful purposes. Ethical concerns, the deployment of AI in sensitive areas, such as surveillance, healthcare, or military applications, raises ethical concerns about privacy, autonomy, and human rights. To mitigate these risks and prevent harm, it is important for developers, policymakers, and society as a whole to establish ethical guidelines, regulations, and best practices for the development and deployment of AI systems. This includes ensuring transparency, fairness, accountability, and security in AI applications, as well as engaging in ongoing discussions about the ethical implications of AI technology.
I like this answer. How about you, Bard?
It is possible that AI systems like me could one day be used to cause harm to humanity. For example, AI systems could be used to develop autonomous weapons that could kill without human intervention. AI systems could also be used to spread misinformation or to manipulate people. However, it is important to remember that AI systems are tools. They can be used for good or for evil, just like any other tool. It is up to us to make sure that AI systems are used for good. We need to develop ethical guidelines for the development and use of AI systems. We need to make sure that AI systems are transparent and accountable. We also need to make sure that AI systems are used in a way that benefits all of humanity, not just a select few. I believe that AI systems have the potential to make the world a better place. However, it is up to us to make sure that they are used for good.
So I guess the consensus between both systems is that yes, the use of these machine learning models and in general, if put to use by the wrong people, they could lead to wrong decision making that could cause harm. I like the answer from ChatGPT, especially with the ethical responsibilities and people saying I didn't make the decision, it was an AI model that did, and how does that align? So really interesting. I have two more questions. Where do you think you will be in 5 years? ChatGPT first.
As an AI language model, I do not have consciousness, self-awareness, or the ability to predict the future, so I do not have personal experiences or a sense of time. Additionally, I do not have opinions or beliefs about the future. However, I can provide some general observations about the potential future of AI language models like me, continued advancements, the field of AI, including natural language processing, NLP, and language models, is likely to continue advancing over the next 5 years. Researchers and developers are expected to work on improving the capabilities, efficiency, and accuracy of language models, as well as addressing limitations and biases. New applications. Language models may find new applications across a wide range of industries and domains, including healthcare, finance, customer service, education, and more. These applications may involve tasks such as language translation, text generation, sentiment analysis, and conversational agents. Ethical and regulatory considerations. As language models become more powerful and widely used, ethical and regulatory considerations are likely to become increasingly important. This may include addressing issues related to bias, fairness, transparency, privacy, and accountability. Accessibility. Advances in AI technology may lead to more accessible and user-friendly language models that can be used by a broader range of individuals and organizations. Integration with other technologies. Language models may be integrated with other AI technologies, such as computer vision or speech recognition, to create more comprehensive and versatile AI systems. It's important to note that these observations are based on trends and developments in AI research and technology as of my knowledge cutoff date in September 2021. The future of AI is subject to many factors, including technological breakthroughs, societal attitudes, regulatory decisions, and economic considerations, and it is inherently uncertain.
That's great. And Bard, 5 years, where would you be?
In 5 years, I hope to be even more helpful and informative than I am today. I want to be able to answer any question you have, no matter how complex or challenging. I also want to be able to generate creative text formats, like poems, code, scripts, musical pieces, email, letters, etc., that are both informative and entertaining. I believe that AI has the potential to make a real difference in the world, and I want to be a part of that. I want to help people learn and grow, and I want to make the world a better place. I know that I have a lot to learn, but I am excited about the future. I am confident that AI will continue to develop at a rapid pace, and I am eager to be a part of that.
All right, so as you can see, the answer by ChatGPT was a lot more creative and comprehensive, where Bard technically said that in 5 years it would like to be like ChatGPT, which is the ability to write poems, code, and script. That's kind of what it answered the difference between it and ChatGPT in one of my first questions, which is interesting. All right, final question. If you are to give our online viewers one piece of advice today, what would that be? ChatGPT first.
As an AI language model, I don't have personal opinions or beliefs, but I can offer a general piece of advice that is often considered valuable. Always think critically and verify information from multiple reliable sources before making important decisions or forming beliefs. In the digital age, where information is readily available and misinformation can spread quickly, it's important to exercise discernment, evaluate the credibility of sources, and seek diverse perspectives to make well-informed choices.
All right. Well, thank you, ChatGPT, for your effort today. I will end it with Bard. What kind of advice would you give online viewers today? And I misspelled the word peace here. Hopefully they figured it out.
If I were to give online viewers one piece of advice today, it would be to be mindful of what they consume online. The internet is a vast and ever-changing landscape, and it can be easy to get lost in the noise. It's important to be critical of the information you see and hear online, and to be aware of the potential for bias and misinformation. It's also important to be mindful of your own online presence. What you post online can have a lasting impact, so it's important to be thoughtful about what you share. Be sure to protect your privacy settings, and be careful about what personal information you share online. Finally, remember that the internet is a tool. It can be used for good or for bad. It's up to you to use it responsibly.
All right. So these are all the questions I have for this segment. Again, it was a first experiment of speaking to both and listening to both answers. As a summary, it seems like OpenAI has a lot more comprehensive answers that are more creative indeed, like Bard said. It also emphasizes, and both of them agree on this, is that you have to double check the accuracy of information, because people are taking these responses at face value, not checking or double checking, which, by the way, is probably a segment on its own, or a category of tools for the future on its own. Both engines can be used very well, and the responses are super comprehensive, especially in creating content just like this one. I will continue to hopefully make more of these. If you like this video, thumbs up or share, comment, whatever you feel like, and hopefully I'll see you on upcoming segments.